honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kapalas.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers around the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen that look like those heathen, right? And to all our fellow laborers out there that are doing this work with truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever, the would-be judges of Israel, right? And the few after the listening and learning, we say shalom. Got it?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's how a kingdom ends. A kingdom doesn't end with happiness. Kingdoms end with war and with pestilence, right? With death and blood, the clashing of sword and spear, the smashing of shields together, right? But this one's going to be different, okay? This time is going to be different, man. It's going to be fire, all right? And what's going to bring that fire, all right, mainly are the angels, all right? The Lord himself. And you have this now, you got these stories with Esau trying to control the narrative, just like they have to try and throw black in front of Israelite, okay? And clearly this isn't a black thing, right? That's them trying to control the narrative, right? Always trying to control the talk point, right? Ignoring all the prophecies and all the scriptures and all the history, all the receipts that are presented. We present receipts and we present scriptural proof and scriptural history, and they just skip right past that part. All right, and then go to something else and go to another talk point. All right, and then when you actually bring out actual history, they try to call it critical race instead of theory. It's like, no, this isn't theory. This is actual history. All right. So right. So it's right. It's critical. It's critical race historical facts, not theory. Okay. Exactly. Like and subscribe. Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments robed in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, because the Lord is going to release the arrows that fly from one end of the earth to the other, man. All right, a day of fervent heat. But before that happens, the chariots are going to show up, and they're going to be blasting that concentrated fire, man. And guess what? The news is starting to acknowledge them, but now they're still trying to control the narrative, though. All right, they still have to throw certain key words to control the narrative instead of letting the truth actually come out, you know. And the thing that they're saying, they call them UAPs, they call them UFOs, right? But we know that they're the chariots of Israel. And it's funny, someone just put up a video that they was watching the Dallas camp, and while Elder Yashawamba was speaking, you saw the chariots dancing in the sky behind him. And I was just mentioning, you know, you got this Sakari across the street, okay, building on another man's platform, right? You got all these other camps, IUIC, all these other camps, and I've never seen videos with chariots show up. We're the worst thing in Israel, though. Right. All right? But the chariots always show up for GMS camps. You know, and we know that those are the angels of the Lord, man. And they know that those are the angels of the Lord. All right? I was just reading about, you know, that battle with Joshua, all right, when the Israelites were slaying those 5 kings, that he had the captains come and put their feet on their necks, right? And how the Lord helped stop time. Well, it was chariots showing up, all right? When the Maccabees were fighting and the chariots showed up, okay? So this isn't a new thing. They just don't want to control the narrative, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Zechariah 5 and 4.
Hold that, brother. We're gonna start at 1. Read down to 4. But what you got? Hold that. But let's get the article now. Let's get a couple of those articles. And then we're gonna drop these scriptures on you.
Actually, they got live right now. They're going. This is live. U.S. report, Pentagon reporting on the UFOs. They're doing a live.
You see what I mean? While we're speaking, the Pentagon is talking live about UFOs.
That's the spirit.
Right? They're UAPs. They are the chariots of Israel. Right? And they're gonna come. When you come for us, they're coming for you. That's what it is. All right? When you come for us, they are coming for you. All right? We know what they are.
Yeah, you can see it. This is on YouTube right now. It's live. U.S. having a hearing about the UFOs. You know what I mean? Chariots of the Lord.
Because you were called a nut and a conspiracy theorist if you talked about this in the past. This is serious business because they're showing up. When a lot of them bombs and stuff that was flying back and forth over there in Western Asia, all right, the chariots were showing up. When those missiles were flying back and forth in different parts of North Africa, the chariots were showing up. And the same thing was happening in Ukraine. Right? You got these missiles flying back and forth, but you got these chariots zipping, you know. So they're making that presence known. Right?
It says, new Pentagon report on UFOs includes hundreds of new incidents, but no evidence of aliens.
Right, and so because some of them are trying to say, some doctor was trying to say that they got bodies and they're reverse engineering and stuff. No, this is heavenly technology, man. They're not crash landing. This is not one of your sci-fi movies. And some little kid finds them and befriends them, and now they're on the run together, all right? Because he just want to phone home, all right? And him and his squad trying to save, you know. They trying to control the narrative.
On his weakest shit, he always does that. Trying to control the narrative. On his weakest shit, he always shows that he's gonna be able to destroy whatever outside entity.
And that's what happens. I just watched that movie Elevation yesterday. That's what Elevation was about. They thought they were aliens, and it turns out they were machines. But then they were like, "But who made them?" And then they showed the things dancing around in the sky. And they sent them here because in this movie, Elevation was actually pretty good. All right? And because he spent the whole movie trying to figure out how to penetrate their scales. So basically a bunch of ragtag Edomites and niggas that ran up to the mountains of Colorado. Is going to say, stop heavily technology with some AR-15s with a special precaution painted on them. They can penetrate their shields. All right, they were making them. That's what they finally did. They shot them and made them blow up because of the chemical reaction. All right, and it was like these things aren't even organic; they're machines. Who made them? And so you saw a lot of the propaganda because how these things hunted people. What they did was force everybody up to 8,000 feet, knowing that eventually you'd starve out and die if you lived at 8,000 feet. They didn't attack anything else. They didn't attack dogs, cats, horses. So you got cows, goats, overflowing, walking around the cities and shit, right? And all the people are up high because everybody down low got killed by these things. They only killed people, and they use your carbon output to track you down. So when you breathe, that's how they come get you. So it wasn't no escaping, all right? So, but that's once again Esau trying to control the narrative. And when they finally defeated them all, they showed a whole fleet of them like they were mad now, coming. So they know that the chariots are coming, all right? But they're trying to put out all these messages, all right? And to try to distort what's really going on. The chariots are here because of the prophecies are being fulfilled. And the elect are going to get rescued out of this bitch. And some of the elect are going to get imbued with that power, right? Because you best believe Jeremiah 16:16 coming, and Ezekiel 25:14 is coming as well, man.
Right.
What you bright brown, exactly.
I had another article.
Bring it out, brother.
All right. USA Today, it says, no alien evidence in its latest UFO reports But some particularly interesting cases, Pentagon says the U.S. government has received more than 700 reports of the unexplained phenomena, but have found no proof of extraterrestrial life. The Pentagon's UFO office confirmed at it Thursday briefly.
Hey, you know what? The Pentagon can shut the fuck up. You know what they need to do at the Pentagon? All them people that when they found all that porn in the Pentagon, all that kitty porn, you need to put all them lists and fire all them people. That shit got right. They just stopped talking about it like it never happened. All right? That the people that's supposed to be supporting the world, I guess them Pentagon motherfuckers was at the Diddy Epstein party.
Oh, you know they were.
All right? That's probably what was going on, man. All of a sudden they get quiet.
Right.
All right? Right. You walk into the Pentagon, you slipping on baby oil.
All right.
Right? Go ahead, brother.
This is an article from Forbes.com. It's entitled "Congressional UFO Hearing Features Eye-Opening UAP Claims," and this is dated November 14, 2024. It says there was a very X-Files vibe to a congressional hearing into unidentified anomalous phenomena on Wednesday. Witness testimony included eyebrow-raising claims about the existence of UAPs and alien technology on Earth.
So once again, that's what all the I like those movies with the Predator movie. And the latest one of the latest ones when they had the Super Predator, and now Esau got his hands on the Predator weaponry and technology. All right, so he gonna stay, flag blowing in the wind, all that bullshit. Right, he got the cannon on his shoulder. Wherever he look, it looks. Yeah. Get the hell out of here, man. All right, nothing is going to be able to save you. But when these things show up, all right, when these heavenly entities show up, we're talking about the heavenly entities that actually created everything that you can breathe, see, hear, or smell. And all the chemicals and elements that you mix and put together, and whatever you do, they created these things. They have control over the elements. So you're gonna try to hit me with something that I actually have control over. Right, that I can actually maneuver.
Turn right back around and look.
Exactly. Right. So you're gonna have no chance, man. That's why it says real quick, and then we're gonna start dropping these scriptures. Get Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, because that's what it comes down to. Because we're doing this work, the prophecies are being fulfilled, no matter how much Dr. Brown, Vocab Malone, James White, the Edomite, and any other apologetics or any other fool that's involved in Christianism, no matter how much they lie, all right, try to cover up the evidence and the receipts to prove we're the people of the Lord, all right, and try to make it sound like it's just some pipe dream, okay?
Like you said,
they can't debunk it, no matter how hard they try. And then the real videos with the real evidence, they just ignore them. All right, they just ignore them.
Why do they swear on the Bible?
Okay.
I got that. This Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as
That be us right now.
face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
Right. So they still didn't make no account of our labors, man, because without Jacob, America would not be, the world would not be. Okay, and most of your technology that you live modern day by, Jacob created. Okay, goes along. That 4/4, mercy in every direction, man. All right, you can't make this up, man.
It says, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
And so when they see it, and so they're trying to call it a UAP and a UFO. Remember, Esau has to label everything and put it in a category. Like he has to make us, all right, the black Hebrew Israelites. We're just the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right? There's nothing black about any of us. Right? And we've already proven to you 1,000 times over that black is a fraudulent social construct that they made up, and Esau cannot have that. All right? And so is whiteness. Right? Those are made up social constructs. All right? And that's what Esau does. Right?
It shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
So when those chariots, when those UFOs and UAPs start beaming up individuals, all right, that are mostly so-called black and Hispanic, all right, you're gonna have a problem, man. We were trying to figure out, okay, well, what is it about these people? Well, we've been telling you, you know, stop listening to what they put on TV. They lie to you daily in America, man. All right, and even your president-select, it always tells you you're fake news. You're fake news, right? Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they look for.
All right, because you're looking for them to come back and pick up some Finkelstein, some Goldstein, some Birds, some Rosenblums, and it ain't them. They ain't coming for them. Matter of fact, they coming to blast them. All right.
It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision,
right,
and a proverb of reproach.
A proverb of reproach. We're called niggers. We're called spits and beaners. We're called black, right? You know, we're called all manner of wickedness. Okay, they used to call they were called Gad and Reuben forest niggas and tree niggas, right? That's what they call it. Read.
We fools accounted his life madness and to be without honor.
And so they expected us to, you know, just die the miserable end without honor, right? Which many of us do, right? We're down here under the curses, man. Read.
It says, how is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints?
Exactly, man. So wait a minute. How is he numbered? How are they the saints, man? All right, all that history about Europe. I just did a piece on the now they're coming with the evidence of the Black Vikings. I've been saying it for years, man.
Years.
Now they're talking about it. You know. Now it's a talk point.
They watched your video.
All right. Now they're bringing up the evidences and the names of the kings and the rulership. All right. You know, all of a sudden, you got Black Irish, Black Scots, and Black Vikings. I've been telling you, man. All right. Now all of a sudden, Esau is admitting to it because the evidence is out there, man. All right. You can't hide it anymore, man. All right. You know, then I gave you the receipt that Europe is a made-up concept. Europe is in Asia. It's always been Asia. Prove that too. I've been saying that for 10 fucking years, man. And now the evidence is there. All right. Europe and the Middle East are Western Asia.
That's right.
Period. All right. When the Bible talks about different prophets going to Spain and going to Rome, Spain and Rome is in Asia, not Europe. All right. Europe is an afterthought. It's another social construct, like the social construct of black, the social construct of white, right? The social construct of UFO, of UAP. All right, they're always trying to label something, all right? And then tell you that color and shit don't matter. Then why is it that everything that you have, you always ask somebody their nationality? If color didn't matter, everybody in America would just simply be Americans. But they always, and then they try to change the height. And then Putin slapped them in the face with that. Although the Israelites have slapped you in the face with that since they've been on the internet, right? Going back to 2006, 2007. But Putin did it.
Even when they got all the evidence.
And then he made a speech. Then he made a speech and said, we here in Russia acknowledge the black Jesus. And we worship him as he actually was. A so-called white president of one of the most powerful countries in the world said that. You know, and so where was Dr. Brown the vocab?
Talking about tumbleweed. They weren't watching
Right? I guess not.
Wasn't, man.
Bring it out, brother.
Because the elder was talking about earlier about how, hey, yeah, those chariots are chariot for deliverance, right? But they're also coming to destroy a lot. And then this was just the story. This was the story of King David after he numbered Israel. showing you how much damage one angel could do. Now imagine the fleet of them. This is the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 21, and I'm starting at verse 14. It says, so the Lord Yahweh sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. And the Most High sent an angel unto Jerusalem to destroy it. And as he was destroying, the Lord Yahweh beheld and repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed, it is enough. Stay now thy hand. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh stood by the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. And David lifted up his eyes and saw the angel of the Lord Yahweh stand between the earth and the heaven, having a drawn sword in his hand, stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders of Israel, who were clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. And David said unto the Most High, is it not I that commanded the people to be numbered? Even I it is that have sinned and done evil indeed. But as for these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray, O Lord, my power, be on me and on my father's house, but not on thy people, that they should be plagued. And hey, so King David saw this one angel do all of this destruction, create all of this havoc, man. And this is a mighty man of the Lord himself. And he was like, nah, bro, I'm not dealing. Because it's even a point later in that story where they told him, hey, man, now you need to go in front of the altar and make a sacrifice. And he was like, I don't really want to do that right now, bro. Did y'all see the shit that we just seen? And that's one angel, man. Now, they doing all of these things about all of these different UAPs, which, as the elder just went into, those are the chariots of the Most High. Imagine when a fleet of those out here, man, and you're not just dealing with one.
Right, we seen them change size, change colors, you know, multiply for going into one big one and then come out all small ones.
Stop on the
All right? And then some people stop on a dime after moving at speed. After moving at speeds that nothing on earth can move at.
Hey, can somebody get that scripture?
Right?
They should, these are the chariots of the Lord, man. Hey, man.
You know?
Bible Kushah. Hey, GMS, we prove what we're talking about. Elijah said, what did Elijah say? Aren't these the chariots of the Lord right now?
It's the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, and verse 13, 14. It's like, I'm starting 16. He answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh was shy. I pray thee open his eyes that he may see.
And I know the chariots are up there right now. Every time we're out here teaching, the chariots are in the sky, man.
Hey,
And I see them all the time when I'm solo, and I know that these brothers do too. Almost every time I'm at the main house, I see chariots, man. All right?
2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 17. And Elisha prayed and said, how about Shai? I pray thee open his eyes that he may see. And how about Shai? Open the eyes of the young man. He saw and beheld. The mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh and said, smite these people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha.
Hey, Deuteronomy 29:29, it says the Lord was going to give us the vision, man. There's a reason why the Lord, get Isaiah 6 and 9, there's a reason why the Lord planned these people not to believe, man. Because they're idolaters, man. When you go into MTV, it says these people are repeating tradition, man. That's why the Lord got to kill these people. Because all they know is tradition.
Men.
Yes.
Tradition of men.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with the scriptures, man. Yeah, you still hold that Zechariah? We're going to bring it out.
Read the 29:29, let you know that.
Matter of fact, after he reads that, I want you to bring it out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto Yahweh Shai, our power. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children.
And to our children, man. Right. Hey, the elders out here, where you at? He can do whatever he wants, man. He go have a gym and shit. He don't have to be out with us. But hey, the secrets are revealed to him, and that's what he's doing. He's cutting his losses to serve the Lord, man. Go ahead.
And it's true. It's true, man. What you said is 100% true.
Stop me when I'm lying.
I gave up my
if
life.
I'm lying, I'm dying.
I literally gave up my life for this, man. All right? Real talk. I mean, what he said. No, what he said is true, man. I walked away from the world and to do this, man. Bring that scripture out, brother.
This is the book of Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. Right, because the chariots in the scriptures is described as many things. What's that? Revelation says, the Lord come with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Yeah, it says it was consuming. When he told John, he told John to consider. He said to consume the road. Guess what? It was going to be sweet in his mouth and bitterness. Why was it going to be bitter? Because at the end of the day, it's sweet to say, I serve the Lord, we're going to be saved. Guess what's not sweet? Enjoying the travail that the Lord got for you. It says, be careful, hey, be mindful when you're changed to a lower state. How many of y'all niggas want to be cool when y'all in the lower state? That's why John Jones switched positions.
Zechariah 5:2, he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Right, because chariots come in different shapes and sizes, man.
They can drop it side by side. It says, the spirit goeth, and Ezekiel 3, it says, wherever the spirit goeth. They don't need anti-lock brakes. They don't need no old mobile, old school model.
And they don't leave pollution and stench
They don't
behind either. All right, it's a quiet technology. They only make noise if they want to.
Right, movie to describe that. It was that Independence Day.
Yeah.
It says, Zechariah 5:3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Right? Because what? We're still found in Esau's hands, man. Esau has a lot to pay for what these chariots is ultimately visiting this devil, man. We're found in his hands until this very day. And what? The chariots is visiting this man. Verse 4, it says, I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the temple thereof, and the stones thereof.
And that's what's going on. All right? The Lord told you, all right, that these chariots were coming to the house of the thief. That's why they visited America more than any other place, man. All right? The chariots of Israel are visiting America more than any other place, man. Because these people, are screaming, make America great again. Well, America was great when y'all was hanging from trees and in chains. All right? And when you were getting forced off your land into reservations at the edge of a sword, man. At the edge of a musket and a bayonet. All right? That's when America was great, man. Okay? And so when they say making it great again, then that means you got to return to the time of critical race theory that you don't want to talk about. All right? But guess what? These Edomites turned up. They ready.
Oh,
y'all saw the video when the Edomite had his pants unbuckled, walking around, and said, "I'm gonna butt fuck this bitch on the table right here." And then she said something. He reached back like a pimp and slapped the hoe. Right? Just like Easy said. Right? She said something. He reached back. Ah! Right? And then he said, "Somebody get Donald Trump on the phone." So these Edomites, they turned up, man.
Yeah.
They turned up because they want America to be great again. America being great again meaning you need to be under their boot. Right? And they just set all these things into motion. All right? Donald Trump ran his whole campaign was run on the fact that he was going to end the wars. And then he surrounded himself with cabinet members who are all double J-O-ish with dual citizenship, who are all warmongers. Every one of them. Right? Then he gets on TV. He says he's going to make America and Israel great again. America's not in a position. America is broken financially. It's not in a position to lift up Israel. America has to lift up America first. But we know that the scripture just said it won't be broken. I mean, that America would not be fixed. It's going to be broken now. But he already, every one of his vice president, his secretary of defense, All of them is JOO-ish except for the health guy, RFK. He's the only one that's not JOO-ish, and Tulsi Gabbard. Everybody else is pro-Israel. So it's the same shit with the Biden administration. Israelis before Americans. Because Americans need help. All right? And you ain't doing shit for America, but you sending all that money over there to them. So what that means is that these wars are going to continue to go, because B.B. Milikowski, also known as Netanyahu, all right, the whole world knows that he's wanted for crimes against humanity. He's wanted from The Hague, and he's wanted by his own people. His own people want him, man. All right, they want this man out of power. If this war stops, then he has to return to those courts, and they're gonna hang his ass. All right, he gonna return to them courts, and they're gonna get him. Because what they're not showing you is how divided they are over there, and they're all against each other over there. Okay? And so they're angry about this, man. And so what it's showing us is that it's continued. Somebody get spiritual change. Somebody get for when they say peace and safety. Because it's gonna be no peace. It's gonna be no safety, man. And so with all that going on in Western Asia, all right, you got issues here in America because the governor of Illinois, the mayor of Illinois, all right, and many other refuge cities, they all vowed that they would not give in to the federal laws allowing them to come after the migrants. So it's getting ready to be some shit. So because they're all vowing to go against the federal mandates that are being put out to get all these migrants out of here. So the mayor of Chicago, the governor of Illinois, and many other, and basically most of the other blue states are all in line with this. Esau cannot have that. All right, but they can't. But so it's getting ready to be some shit. It's all getting ready to happen, man. And at the same time, all these companies keep shutting down. Advanced Autos just shut down 700 more stores, man.
That's crazy.
So, hey, look, somebody real quick. All right, what's that? 70,000 people, 700 stores times 10. So that's just being. So I'm gonna assume each store has at least 10 to 15 employees. So I'm gonna go with the low number, 10. So 10 times 700 is what?
7,000.
So there you go, man. So that's 7,000 more Americans that have no income. All right? 7,000 more Americans that have no income.
Yep.
And we know that it's more than that. That was just me, you know, because you got to imagine each store has the nighttime and the daytime, you know. So right, exactly. So I said 10, but you got to imagine it's 10 to 15 people in each store. But we giving you a low number. There's people that got car payments. They got to pay their rent. They got to pay their mortgage. They got to pay their unlawful child support. Child support is unlawful, right? It completely goes against the laws of the land. Because they keep talking about they're breaking the sovereignty and they're going against the Constitution. Man, but look, Title 4D has been in place since 1993, and they've been going against this Constitution ever since. All right? It was supposed to be a test run, and they saw how much money they made, and they kept doing that shit, and it's completely unconstitutional. Yep. Yes, Title 4D is 100% unconstitutional, and I don't give a fuck what you say it is. And I can give you about 10 reasons, but I'm gonna just give you one. And one of the most important ones is that it's not even American. The lawyers that put it together, and they launched it out of The Hague. All right? The handbook is out of The Hague court. All right? It's not even American. All right? And the fact is that it is illegal to put an American citizen under foreign contracts. Title 4D child support is a foreign contract, of a foreign treaty, of a foreign entity. Therefore, it is unconstitutional. It is illegal to do, and they're doing it anyway. So they've been doing shit that violates the Constitution, and that one is the main evidence against it. All right,
All right, just so you know that. Go ahead.
This is the scripture you asked for. This 1 Thessalonians
5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right? So he ran a campaign on ending the wars and got people all charged up.
Yup.
So that all this money is gonna stop going to Israelis. All this money is gonna stop going to Ukraine. Right? Now we can fix our roads, build our schools, make America great again, make America white again. And then once he wins the election, he starts talking to the opposite. He surrounds himself with warmongers who are going to push war.
Exactly.
All right, and they're going to put, because that dude, they calling him the border czar. That one military dude. Right. He was, when I was a cop in New York. So they getting this New York cop, this grimy ass New York cop, soldier who've been used to kicking in doors in other people's countries and other people's lands, defending their way of life, and then calling them an insurgent and a terrorist. Right? Making movies about your snipers that's killing people in their own land for trying to defend their way of life. Then you make heroes out of your murderous snipers. That's Americans full of hypocrisy.
This Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron brothers, so is his wickedness.
And then you don't tell the truth, man. Right? Because Bibi Milikowski, also known as Netanyahu, all right, he just started war on all these other countries. He's fighting a war on 7 fronts. He's fighting a war on 7 fucking fronts, man. And he went and picked a fight with the Lebanese. And the Lebanese over there whooping their ass. Whooping their ass. Because guess what? Hey, look, I always say that Krav Maga is a garbage ass art anyway. And it seems that it only works on old people and people that are not trained to fight little kids. Because they constantly Krav Maga the shit out of little kids and children and shit. The fucking Israelis killing the shit out of them. But now they're fighting real soldiers and they get fucking killed. And so they killing the shit out of them in the IDF soldiers. And they don't want to talk about that. All right, the Israelis are getting their ass handed to them by the Lebanese, man. The Lebanese good food is good as hell.
Like you said, the other fight the IDF, not actual soldiers. So now they're against soldiers and their legs are falling off.
Yeah.
And their limbs are getting exploded.
It's showing you that
they're like, Harula.
Exactly, man.
Say goodbye.
They was bad as hell.
They're all boys to men.
Hey.
They're not fighting swords, they're fighting fucking people.
They are they look, when they have to go up against soldiers, man, they're not doing so well, man. They're not doing so well. All right? But when like you said, when they kicking in doors and shoot old women and children and men that are unarmed or untrained, they the baddest things on the planet. But now they getting somebody, now you are actually in the ring with another fighter and you catching the fox. All right?
Anybody can look strong.
Exactly.
When you up against somebody weak.
Exactly, man.
Or old.
And then Hezbollah has proved that the Iron Dome is not going to save them or protect them.
Exactly.
Okay. And Iran got enough shit to send their garbage shit to exhaust their defenses and then send the real shit. So you best believe, man, that the prophecy that the least of the flock shall draw them out. We have watched the Israelis pull the whole world into this conflict to the point to where now Trump is talking about separating from the United Nations and from the UN, from the EU. And so now you can see how, bring it out. Now you can see how everything is starting to work its way up. All right, because the nations of the world, and then you saw in that one UN meeting when the Israelis got up to speak, and all those people got up and walked out. In solidarity, because I don't know if it was Bibi himself or some other Israeli person that got up there to speak, and all those people stood up and walked out on their ass.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was like, nah, we ain't.
Because they ain't with that, man. Because you over there, once again, shooting up and killing old people and young people only to expand something and take land that is not your fucking own, colonizing all over again. All right? And talking about peace, and you're doing it for revenge and all this other shit. All right? These people are constantly throwing rocks all right, busting somebody's head and then hold their own head, point. Right, they the fucking victim. All right?
Like the Eddie Guerrero.
Right. Then get on TV and play the whole violin, sad song, send the money and shit.
Yep.
Fuck out of here.
I got this.
I want to bring out this account of how they always operate from the back. Camelot.
Oh, I got what he was asking for. This Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Right, so that's like that little brother with that big ass mouth, right? That every time you come out from school, you know, at 3:15, there's somebody there waiting to fight you because your little brother know how to shut his fucking mouth. You know, that was my sister. With that whole my brother named Hercules shit. All right? Every nigga on the block wanted to, what? You know? Exactly. Hey, but you know what? I had to show their ass though. Go ahead, brother.
This are the other scriptures that you just quoted. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Hey, so that's exactly what's happening and what's about to happen, man. All right, this thing is rolling. While Vocab and Dr. Brown and Dr. White and other foolish apologists and people involved in the foolishness that they call Christianism, all right, are making leeway, or should I say, are making light, or not, or just plain out ignoring prophecy. It's funny too. Now all of a sudden they want to talk about prophecy. But they never talk about Ezekiel 36th chapter though. All right? You see the video I did when the Edomite clown? I saying, you know, when he said, when they were trying to say the Iranians did it, and he said, but we know they didn't do it.
That's definitely
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, right. And then he said it like 2 or 3 more times. So the world knows, man. The Lord put that in the Bible for a reason, man. He told you that the people who stole the land of Israel that don't belong there, they would say, right? Everyone knows who does that. They still do it to this day. All right? Go ahead.
I got something real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against Yahweh. Right? Because to this point right now, you know, America's own allies is turning against this place, man. Everybody is coming up against Babylon the Great, which is a miracle.
Because they're tired of getting fucked over. And the problem, what's happening is what the nations of the world, that's why so many people have joined onto the BRICS. Is because it's finding out that it's not profitable to be America's partner. Because when you America's partner, every time you showing up to shit, America talking shit and put you up there. Take care of that for me. You're like, well, damn, I thought we was here to talk about, fuck, I gotta fight again? Right, and so they exactly. America talk all that shit, then don't do nothing. All right? They talk all that trash, and then they send somebody else out there. All right? Right, exactly.
You got my back?
You know, and it's like, well, damn. Well, when you gonna have my back?
Never.
Right, exactly. I'm catching all the fades here. And you're right, you getting all the money and the spoils, and I'm the one catching all the fades, man.
But I gave you democracy.
You ain't get right. But brother, we gave you democracy.
I got a precept back up something you said.
You know the song, sing it with me. America. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Just to prove something the elder said, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart.
That's right. You know what? Pause there. Keep that. Jump down to verse 2.
Ezekiel 36 and 2.
Dr. Brown, Vocab, all right? Dr. James White, the Edomite, all right? What about this prophecy? Before you read it, Zechariah 9 and 6. The Bible tells you that the fraudulent people, bastards, frauds, fakes, phonies, would be in Tel Aviv, all right? The Lord Rothschild did the whole video and told you how his family made it up and that they bought and paid for it. You know, the land, and so the Balfour Declaration is in Ezekiel the 36th chapter. All right, because they wrote that thing and then it said, "Aha,
We got him now.
okay." Come.
It's Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. A bastard shall dwell in
A
Ashdod,
fake, fraudulent, a phony.
and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
So Ashdod, once again, is modern day Tel Aviv, who's not doing so well, right? There is no prophecy that says the Israelites will go home, right? And not just Judah and Levi, right? Or Yehudi and Levi, right? But all 12 tribes will go home at once at the same time, all right? That's prophecy. They all will go home at once at the same time. There will be peace on earth, and there will be no more weapons. How is it and why is it that you guys continually ignore these prophecies, ignore those facts, those receipts, man? All right, it's like, that's the part, you showing the video when you walking out, and you show the video, you throw the punch, you throw the kick, all right? Or then you skip past all the part when you get in the flop. When dude crack your ass back. Right? Exactly. Exactly. Right? When you get double leg taken down, get your back taken, get choked out, right? And then the fight is over, your ass still sleep. Right? Then you just wish a whole nother fight. You just skim past all of that, man. That's what they do, man. All right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good one, brother. I actually might have that in my, that's Esau Edom. That's especially the JOO's controlled media. All right, that's the you connected to the whole Israeli-Palestinian thing. All right, they make the Palestinians look when you see the whole picture. All right.
This the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy hath said against you, aha! Even the ancient high places are ours in possession."
Right, and Lord Rothschild just told you that they took it, man. So, James White, the Edomite, Dr. Brown, vocab, any of you other apologists, or you fools that defend Christianism, where are you? Why do you not break down and talk about how those prophecies fit today? Who fits that, man? Because the Bible clearly says that the Israelites will be scattered among all people, and that they will be waking up at the end of days. And when they get woken up, they will come out with the stick with the 12 tribes on it. No one else did that except for the one West Israelites. All right, and then shortly after that awakening, after the valley of the dry bones and an awakening, then in that very next chapter, it's funny that's 36. Ezekiel 36 tells you that Amalek, that the Edomites steal the land of Israel. Chapter 37, the next one, tells you that the Israelites wake up. And then chapter 38, the very next one, tells you that the third world war comes, and that's the end of it all. And then it's the end of Esau and the beginning of Jacob. You think those are just lined up like? And then come on, man. And then the 39 is the cleansing of the land. You can't get around this, man. Why is it they avoid Ezekiel the 36th chapter? Ezekiel the 37, 36, 37, 38, 39 chapter. Especially starting with Ezekiel 36. Finish it. Yeah, finish it, then read that.
Okay, continuing on.
You brothers got
in verse 3, it says, "Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of sulkers." So
when were the, because they always talk about the trials and tribulations of the JOO's, but when were they ever the possessions of other people?
Yeah, they were the possession of themselves.
All right, when? No, I mean, but when have they, where? All right, I was talking about how they're the most downtrodden and most oppressed people in the world. Fucking when and where, man? All right?
And ye are taken up with the lips of talkers, and are an infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate waste, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which I have appointed my land into their possession.
So what's that's telling you? What that's solidifying is that Amalek set it up, but all Idumea supported it. Because Judaism and Christianity are completely opposite of one another. But yet, they still support that those are the people because of their skin color. All right? It's an Edomite thing. Okay?
Continuing on. Thus saith the Lord. Wait. I'm tripping. Damn. It's a lot. There we go. Ezekiel 36:5 again. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, and despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen.
That is, that's good, man. That's good. So, like we said, Ezekiel the 36th chapter is giving you the information of when the apostles steal the land of Israel. Ezekiel the 37th chapter tells you of the Great Awakening and the sign, the 12 tribe sign that we were connected to, the stick, the plank, all right? So when you show it to thy people, that's what is these, all right? And then 38 shows the alignment of the nations, of the governments that are gonna fight against the beast system and bring it down, all right? And then 39 is the cleansing of the land. Simple as that. What you got, bro?
I got one real quick just to back up that Ezekiel, the 36th chapter. This is the book of Lamentations 5:2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. Right? Ever since the Balfour Declaration, when Amalek, basically seized that land, you got Ishmael over there, you got a number of heathens over there that don't belong there, man.
Yeah, you got Ethiopians, all kind of people over there. All right? You could go back to that article.
This one of the brothers who tuned in live just sent me this. It's about one of the founders of the state of Israel, or the Israeli state. His name was Theodore Herzl, and this is from Britannica.com. It says, born May 2nd, 1860 in Budapest, Hungary, Australian Empire, was the founder of the political form of Zionism and a movement to establish a Jewish homeland. His pamphlet, The Jewish State.
So why would you have to establish a Jewish homeland? All right, go ahead.
His pamphlet, The Jewish State, 1896, proposed that the Jewish question was a political question to be settled by a world council of nations.
Because I heard that they were looking at Australia, they were looking at one of the places in Western Africa, Uganda, something like that. They were looking at South Africa. They were looking at all kind of places. And then they decided to actually go over to the Holy Land, which matches with the scripture. We're talking about Edom, that they took the high places. Ezekiel 36, Dr. Brown, vocab. Go ahead.
It says, he organized the World Congress of Zionists that met in Basel, Switzerland in August 1897 and became the first president of the World Zionist Organization established by the Congress.
Right, and then that's another thing with these organizations. You got all these JOO-ish NGO, non-government organizations in America, right, that actually have control over your laws and over your lawmakers, all right, that have dual citizenship. Okay, because Trump said something about getting rid of Congress people so that you can be a career congressperson. Because think about this, because you got Congress people that's done it for 30 years, and their whole purpose is to stay in Congress to make sure certain things pass and certain things don't pass. They don't really do anything else. All right, they come against this, especially if it's against JOO-ishness. They come against it. All All right, and Trump, right? And Trump promised that he would end that. He's not going to do that. He said he put it into it. Basically, you serve your, because in the past, you know, if you was a congressman, you came in, you served your term, and then you went back into the world to do whatever it is you used to do. Now you can just be a continual politician, make millions. You know, you hook up with all these non-government organizations, and they pay you money, and then you make sure this shit gets passed or gets stopped. All right. So anything that's going to elevate the so-called black community, they're going to be there to block that shit like a goalie. All right. They're the super goalie. All right. Stopping the balls and shit. You know, they're going to stop that. All right. And then anything that's for the JOO-ish, they let that shit go right past. All right. That's what they do. That's how this whole thing works, man. And so you got all these NGO organizations that literally have control over your government, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. Let us oppress the poor man, the poor righteous man. And the scriptures say things are held back by fraud. That's one of the ways they do it through the law. All right. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law. All right? And for years, I just want to add, basically they had it on, you didn't have to put on cigarettes that it causes cancer, because they paid so much money to those different lobbyists for those cigarettes.
That's why the truth commercials disappeared.
Exactly.
You had all them truth commercials that showed you how many people died, and they would have everybody's laying down, and they would say, this is how many people died, they got this and that and the other, right? Or they would show the person that's all messed up in the hospital, talking into the machine like a frog.
They had a hole in it.
Right, exactly, holding their throat, still trying to smoke, I can't stop, you know, all fucked up. All those commercials disappeared. Why? Because exactly what we just talked about.
They paid a certain amount of money, so now they don't have to admit that to the law.
It's the same thing about other things that happened as of recently. Okay, just saying, you know, because they talk about they'll bring that thing up, but what they won't talk about is all the deaths and injuries that were caused by it. You know, that part they don't like to talk about.
And like the scriptures say, your judges take gifts. Esau is the most wicked judge of all time. But they take gifts, they take bribes, backdoor deals.
God, somebody can get that about the judgment, proper judgment not going to bring out what you have.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. So you like you said, these NGOs, all right, give these congressmen kickdowns, and then these congressmen in turn, you know, either defend or let pass whatever it is they want to be passed, and block and stop whatever it is they want to be stopped, man. And you best believe that anything that's going to elevate the so-called black community, all right, is going to get blocked. And in most cases, anything that's going to help the so-called Hispanic community is also going to get blocked. All right? That's what they do. What's the saying we have? Judah gets, Northern Kingdom gets it first, but Judah gets it the worst. And that's what's about to happen now when they turn the borders are loose. Because this new social unrest that's coming, that's fastly coming, it's going to start with the Northern Kingdom, man. All right, and it's going to start with all of the immigrants, but it ain't going to start with just them, because you best believe, man, that when they going after Venezuelans, they're going to go after Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and everybody else. Panamanians, Ecuadorians, whoever the fuck, they're going to be snatching them up too, man. All right, these good old boys going to be angry. All right, especially when now the states, the blue states are putting up a resistance and saying no. All right, so once you deputize the good old boy, and he got his AR, okay, with his scopes and shit on it, his sidearm, right? His body armor, okay, right? Fucking Dylan Roots off this motherfucker. What was the other one named? Kyle, whatever his name was. All right, all these fucking Rittenhouses running around here, and so once they've been deputized and they get their marching orders, all right, and then you saying that in your state no, so now it's going to be the feds versus the states. This shit is a house divided, man. Bring it on, man.
This is Psalms 10, and just like the elder, this supports exactly what the elder was saying. This is I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna go to Psalms 10 and 8. He said, "He sitteth in lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor." And this is what the elder's talking about. These people, once they get their marching orders, they're gonna be posted up everywhere. You know what I mean? They're not gonna listen to nobody. They're gonna do exactly what they want to do. Try to remove the, like he just said.
It's gonna be like the slave patrol that had the same badges that the police carry today.
Exactly.
They're gonna be the slave patrol. And they can't let them catch your wife and do it. They clapping. You best believe they clapping. All right? If she's attractive, she get clapped. All right?
I'm gonna jump back down to 2.
Go ahead.
In Psalms 10 and 2, it says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let him be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire."
And the Lord gonna backfire this shit on their ass.
Right. "And blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorred." So this wicked motherfucker, go ahead, Swan.
Yeah, so basically when Esau go to move this, guess what? It's gonna be other Edomites coming against him. All right? So Esau is getting ready to be the Egyptian versus the Egyptian. All right? Whoever got it.
Isaiah 19 and 2, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom."
And that's that Civil War movie. That's that Civil War movie, man. All right? And that feeble president, they ended up dying at the end, that was basically Biden, man. And he was getting on TV giving you a false narrative. Telling you about the same way the JOO's been giving you a false narrative about Ukraine, and we have been giving you a false narrative about what's been going on in Western Asia. And it turns out that they in dire straits over there. Their military is breaking up, not reporting for duty. They get killed because they're not as battle tested as they thought they, if they portrayed themselves to the world. It's easy to soldier against civilians. All right, but when you got a soldier against other soldiers, man, that's a different exactly. And now they've proven that when they have to soldier against soldiers, well, they ain't doing too well. Like I said, them Lebanese over there handing out the beatdowns and sending the IDF back in body bags, man.
Hezbollah.
All right,
He got something.
bring it out.
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew the thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself should not stand.
Right, because there's a lot of dystopian situations in the world, man. And while America, everybody's driving around, going to the movies and shit like that, a lot less than they were before. And shopping, a lot less than they were before, but they're still doing it. What he reading about, man, ain't nobody shopping in Lebanon right now.
Right.
All right?
Exactly.
And nobody shopping in Ukraine right now. In different parts of Western Asia, man. It's fucking motherfuckers trying to duck, watch, and looking for snipers and shit, man. It's bad over there. All right? And people don't think that can happen here, but it's gonna happen here, man. All right? You think you're safe in America and you're not, man. All right? And it's gonna be your own government that's coming for you. All right, but go ahead.
Verse 26. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself.
There you go, man. Satan is going to be divided against himself, and these Edomites are getting ready to pew pew each other, man. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just jump to verse 14 and read Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and 14, it says, "The Yahweh has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err, and every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit."
They can't get it right. Everything it just seems in these last like 5-6 years, everything that Esau does is a fumble. They can't catch a ball, man. All right? They right, be all by himself.
Oh shit.
Right.
Right. Footsteps.
All right, then get trampled right after that. And then the ball going in the other direction. Looking ass. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put 15 with it too. Verse
Go
15
ahead.
says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And we brought it out the articles earlier, man. What's that? 7,000 stores, many stores closing down here in Babylon.
Yeah. It just advanced out of it. That's just one store. One store of many. You know, these stores are shut down across America.
Real quick, this is Jeremiah 51:13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is coming, the measure of thy covetousness. The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
Wow, so all the people that came across the border. All right, them Hamites. Them old offbeat ass Hamites.
Yeah.
You know they violent as fuck too.
Oh yeah, because J.B. Pritzker, he was actually speaking out against Trump. He was like, yeah, we're not going to follow your orders. We're not sending these people back.
Yep, and Brandon said the same thing. And then so that's just two of many, right? And so you got the governors of these other blue states are pretty much saying the same thing. And the mayors of these big sanctuary cities, they're saying they will not comply, man. And so you know the debt gonna go up in Illinois, man, because it's only really Chicago and the surrounding suburbs that's blue, right? The rest of the state is red, and there's a lot of red sprinkled in among, you know. So with these people getting ready, like I said, they getting ready to start shooting and killing each other in America, man. That civil war is coming, man, just like it's prescribed in the Bible. Read. He been holding this for a minute.
This is 2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Right, so you're gonna go to these stores, and you notice the store shelves start getting thinner and thinner. All right, especially the small ones, the little mom and pop places, and the small chains.
That just happened.
Right? It's they did shut down all these. They did shut down a bunch of 7-Elevens across the city, man. All right, all across the city. That 7-Eleven over there by me been open 30-something years, man. And all of a sudden it's just gone. All right. That McDonald's down there where we used to be on Van Buren, gone. All right.
Jackson, baby.
And the trumpet shall give a sound, when every man hears it.
One on Jackson.
Hey, that was the best spot because
It was 2 levels.
Not only that, but Jake had to come in to fight with us. Remember that hey Jake, look, Jake is full of shit because the most edifying video was when the other did the shovel tooth thing with a fucking Jew. The Jew, everybody was checking their teeth to make sure they had the shovel tooth because that's the indicator of who Jake is. Before the remember in Jackson there was a bike thing. Remember the other Jake used to have to come in Jake used to have to come in to debate.
And that was the McDonald's a couple of steps
and
away.
what he started do? They put a whole bike stand because guess what? Everybody was getting cut up. Remember all them?
That was a crazy day and crazy video too, because it happened to be a dentist right there.
He was the one that was like,
it was a dentist right there. When I said it, you know.
He's like, if you had a shovel tooth, you're a Jew. He's like, ugly ass.
Well, it's an indicator. It's not enough.
It's
not. It doesn't mean that you are because the heathen in the mix, so some of them gonna have it.
Yeah, the heathen ugly as hell.
But there is, but that is something that that among Israelites we all have those shovel teeth.
But that's why Jake did it because.
But everybody saw like, damn,
maybe
I got it.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Even that confusion of face.
Yeah.
Even that confusion of face.
But the dentist said, how do you know that? That's what he was. He was like, he knew it. So that means that Esau knew it. So because I said, why is it? He said, why is it that Negroes, so-called, Hispanics, so-called, Native Americans, so-called, all have the same marker in their mouth, but yet you say that they're different people? When you say that you call them African Americans, but Africans don't have that mark in their mouth. All right? So it's like, come on, man. So it's just so many things that you learn in this walk, in this truth, man. Well, let's get back to that scripture, brother.
Second Ezra 6:23, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like
yeah,
enemies.
because it's gonna be, they're gonna fight because this man think it's okay to teach the little kids alphabet shit, for little boys to dress up like little girls, and all that confusion. Right? It's okay for you sitting there in the restaurant, you know, eating, and you look up and it's a whole dude walking in the ladies' restaurant, or your wife and your daughter just walking there. You getting up from the table like, what the fuck? Right.
Exactly.
And he in there, right, talking about, well, I identify as a woman. Right, you know, exactly. Your mama, your grandmama, your daughter, your wife. It's like, no, man, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't care what you going to identify with these left and rights, okay? So everybody's not for that. So these people are gonna fight against each other, man. Because you got a lot of people that want that bullshit pulled out of the school, man. And I'm not, and I'm actually with it. All right. I'm glad. You know what? I'm thankful that I'm not a kid now, man. I'm grateful that I'm not a small child growing up in this world right now, man. This is This is a bad time to be having kids, man.
Right.
It really is, man.
Jeremiah 16:1.
Right? We close to the end. And what that scripture say, woe unto them that give suck. This is the time that this is exciting times that we're living in. But this is the worst time to be pregnant. This is the worst time to have a small infant, man. It really is, man. If the Lord ain't with you, all right?
Got it. This is Matthew 24 and verse 19. And woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right. It says woe. It says destruction unto them. Right. Woe means destruction. It says woe to them. All right. But go ahead.
Reading it again, Matthew 24 and 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
There it is, man. Woe unto them. This is not the time to be talking about I'm gonna start a family. Right, talking about, you know, listening to Kelly, getting drunk, talking about let's go half on the baby and shit. Looking at it. No, man, don't do it, homie. Especially if she the ninja. Don't do it. All right. Bring it out, brother.
How the elder was talking about earlier, this is not a place that's going to be safe at the end of the day. But this has always been a safe.
Women and children are going to be liabilities, man. Woo. A lot of men are going to go down. I mean, physically, they're going to die trying to feed or defend a woman and child. You gonna have that man that's going to leave his safety, when he was safe, trying to go get some food, some milk, or something. All right, and he ain't never coming home. All right. Exactly. Damn. He done went out there and risked his life. Got all his fronts knocked out. Lumps
Back
and
at the
shit.
paternity test on the table.
Right.
I'm talking about it ain't even yours.
And made it back to the house with some milk. And the baby ain't even here, man.
I think I need some more milk.
Right.
This the book of Isaiah chapter 47.
And they should do that mandatory birth. I don't care, even if you married.
Don't put your name on the birth certificate.
If the woman, at this day and age, especially the way these women collect that unlawful, crooked ass child support, every pregnancy there should be a DNA test for the father, even if you're so-called married to him. You got to make sure for two reasons. Ensure that it's your child because they be fucking up and giving you the wrong baby sometime. Right, that has happened. All right, there was a story where a man found out a child wasn't his and filed for divorce. All right, and then the woman did a DNA test and found out it wasn't hers either. All right, so he was like, "See, baby, I told you I didn't cheat on you." All right, because she actually didn't. They switched their child, then they found a real child. So exactly. So he like, wait, what do you mean this ain't my child? Bitch, I want a divorce. And she like, well, shit, I ain't banged nobody but you. Shit, she wouldn't got a the blood
That's
test too, and
crazy.
his life was, well, damn, it ain't yours either.
That's crazy.
And which is, and also messed up because now she has his attachment to this baby.
Right.
She done fell in love with this child, and it's like, damn, I gotta give you back. I actually love this little motherfucker. Now I gotta give him back, you know, and then take this other kid in. Don't want it. Right. Just creating. You know how little kids are. They
That's why, and I
yeah,
had
come on, man. I'm your actual daddy.
I had to fight tooth and nail when I had mine, Elder, for them not to take my damn baby out the room. They trying to know we got to take over it. No, the fuck you don't.
Right.
This was a literal argument that we was having in the middle of the hospital. Like, you're not going no fucking what, man.
It's like, no.
They do shit like that.
It's like, no, my baby can stay right here where I am. I'm here. All right? I'm an active participating dad. I'm right here. All right? You're not taking her nowhere. All right? Well, go ahead, brother. Who was reading?
Isaiah 47 and 5, it says, sit down silent and get thee into the darkness, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou heavily laid thy yoke.
So when did this happen to the JH? How do they fit this? Continually, until the Lord comes back. They have a land. They have a military. They have the aid of the nations. The Bible says that none of the nations would be for them. You see how they don't, you see that, Dr. Brown? You see that vocab? See that James White, the Edomite? I know he don't want to be, he probably hates being called that. But hey, but that's what you are. Okay?
Continuing on in verse 7, it says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures that dwell carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
So America, thought she was going to just stand there with her torch in the air, all right, and then she would just be untouched forever, man, right? No, that's not the case, man. Right, the Statue of Liberty, that woman standing out in the middle of them waters, she about to get covered in lots of waters. All right, all right. The carousel about to, do what they do. It's gonna be a lot of that smacking sound. No, so no, wait, smack. And the next smack is the tag team with the next crew coming in. Right, exactly. That's what's about to happen to America and the damn no good ass women that live here.
Verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
Right, so the loss of children and widowhood, man. You about to be Pula Devi out here. You don't know about the Desert Queen, look her up. Found out about what happened to her. All right? Okay? You read about Pula Devi, man. Okay? And she had a very 2-day, 48-hour clap session. The whole village went in on her. All right, for 2 fucking days, man. It had to be horrific. All right, and it was 2 and 3 at a time in most cases, man. Sheesh. All right, for 2 days straight, she was passed out unconscious and still getting drilled. Keep reading, brother.
Continuing on in verse 9, it says, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Right, and you consider that to America when you consider the amount of arrows that's going to come and penetrate. All right, that's going to go into your quiver. Right, the amount of arrows that's coming to your ass. All right, you're going to be America getting ready to be Pula Devi. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, but every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitants.
So nobody living here, man. The scripture says that it's going to be none but desert creatures, man. Spiders and lizards and shit.
Satan's going to dance in the
right? That's it, man. Bugs. There's going to be nothing left here, man. Right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter Isaiah chapter 13, and starting at verse 19, it says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. The wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places or palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged."
Wow, it's going to be a desert. It's going to be so dried up, all right, that creatures from other places going to be able to walk to here, all right? That we're never able to, creatures that aren't even from here are going to be able to walk to here, man. All right? That's how it's going to be, man. One gigantic desert. You won't know the difference between Chicago, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You know how this is a tri-city, tri-state area? You won't be able to know the dividing lines anymore. You know, you won't be able to look around you and realize where you are because of dead reckoning. They can call it dead reckoning. When you recognize something, right? You know where you are just for what you see. All right, that's going to be gone, man.
Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, so 1 day, 1 hour, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judged the earth, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Right, because they ain't gonna realize they ain't no more money. They ain't gonna make no more money, man. Good. Right? And then the flip side of it, that they hate her. They hate to do it, but they gonna have to do it.
They should hate the whore.
Right? Because they already hate the whore, man. You know, everybody that had that breakup with that broad that they love so much, but you had to get rid of her. You're right. You just couldn't be right. That love you, but I hate you, bitch.
Why can't you just act right?
Right. When you realize it, right? Or you can't. She done already defiled herself. She done stepped out on you. You know. If you ain't been there, you will. Your turn comes. Right? If you ain't, if it ain't happened to you yet, it will. You ain't lived long enough yet. All right. Go ahead, brother.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 35. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. It says, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. And that she, like the elder was saying, is going into this place known as America, man. That's metaphorically speaking about this place and the judgment to come.
The book of Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idum, and the blood of my prince. The sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
And then basically those goats, those kidneys, those rams, it's talking about Esau and the heathen, man. They're the fuel for the fire. They're the sacrifice. This place is about to be one sacrificial altar, man. All right? Because the Lord, he already told you, it was in Numbers, that the only place, the way that this land can be cleansed is by the blood of those who shed it. So all the bloodshedders, all right? All the thieves, bloodshedders, the colonizers, all right? They want to tell history from a point as if they didn't shed blood and colonize to do it, you know?
Numbers 35.
I got
Numbers
this.
35.
I got this.
That's right. For the Lord Yahweh hath a sacrifice in blood and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So this place, like the elder was saying, that this place will be one big altar, man. All right, anybody that's found this land when this place is destroyed, all right, it's going to be sacrificed, man.
This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Right, so the bloodshedders, the colonizing thieves who stole this land, they stole our heritage, all right? And then fabricated all these lies, all these false social constructs that support the lie of the lie that is white superiority, which no one is white and they definitely not superior. All right. I guess if you wanted to say that someone was a superior thief, the superior murderer, they're the undefeated reigning champs. Right? No one can outsteal and outkill them. Right?
Leviticus 19 and 29. Because there's many things that can defile a land. He saw nothing wrong. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
That's why, you know, the women here are so defiled and so full of disease. You know, you actually should be afraid just, you know, putting your rod in these little nasty assholes. All right? You really should be a lot more careful, man. Be a little bit more selective. Yeah, them pH balances should be off. All right? As soon as they get hot and they get wet, you smell that fish. You know? Just keep the mindset. Just keep the mindset that it's just your turn. Right? You keep the mindset that it's just your turn, you'll actually be okay, man. You start falling in love and shit. Oh man, then you get your feelings hurt. Then you get your feeling hurt by this used up. You know? No, you don't want to do that, man.
This is Amos 7 and 17. That said, Yahweh, thy wife should be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
Yes, and now our sons and our daughters fall by the sword. And our wives, being the wives of America, are harlots in the city. American women get rewarded for adultery. They get rewarded. They get rewarded. They get the house. They get your pension. You know, they get child support. They get alimony. They get Section 8 and all this other shit, man. They get all that. And usually they get your kids too. All right. So the woman gets rewarded for that. Hence the reason why so many men are abandoning marriage, because they're starting to see that it's not really a good deal for a man to get married, you know, paperwork marriage, like some of these 501c3 charter capitalists in Babylon.
May I add real quick? My boss at my job, we were just discussing and whatnot. He said his wife ultimately left him because she ultimately sat him down and said, I wasn't attracted to you, and I wasn't, you know, I really married you just to make her appearance happen. That's exactly what she told me. She ended up divorcing.
I can believe that. True story. True story, man. This Polish chick that I used to train. She was bad too. All right. And, you know, we kind of had a little thing for each other. All right. But you know, that stopped and we just kept the business. And you know, and I had my woman, and she, you know, so I wasn't messing with her. She started dating this dude. She got married. But she was gonna get married. It's like you know, that left-hand side shit. So one day she comes in to train and she just looks at me and she just starts bawling. So I'm like, you know, so I kind of like hug her and like, what the, you know, you good? So, you know, I had one of them big ass banana bags, the long back bag, and it was on the floor because we use it for ground and pound trucks. So he sat down on the bag. So I said, you just want to talk? So she started just telling me everything. And she told me, I'm so miserable, I'm so unhappy, and it's all your fault. And I'm like, how's it my fault? She said, it's all your fault. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, what the fuck? How's it my fault? And she said, and then she just told me, she said, because I'm in love with you, I love you. I don't want to be with him, I'm only marrying him to make my parents happy. I didn't know what the fuck to say, man. That shit came out of left fucking field. I was like, God damn.
That's the same thing that,
you know? So what she does, she went to what do you call it, tarot card reader? She went to a tarot card reader with her friend, her Edomite friend, her buddy. Her friend don't know me, all right? She don't know me. And the tarot card, so the tarot card reader starts describing me physically, my hair, my body, all this shit. And her white friend is sitting there like, he don't look, I want to meet him. He don't look like that. So anyway, she's like, and so she's like, and then the tarot card reader said, he's not white. And she's like, no, he's white. You know? Because she didn't want her friend to know. And so so I told her, don't never do that shit again. And that left-hand side shit is real. And I said, demons and shit will get on you. You know, I told her that way back then. I said, that left-hand side shit, man, that's playing with that other side. You don't know what the fuck. Don't go fuck with them people, man. And that's the problem in America. With the hoarders, that's a part of it. Why these women are so wicked. Because they trusted everything but the Lord, man. But you know, I told her, you know, I see on the side. It's all good. You know, she'll be her turn.
And that just goes to show you that this is not the city that's on the hill like it talks about.
Exactly.
For Jerusalem. Because you get rewarded for defilement, you get rewarded for sodomy. That's another thing that defiles a man. You get rewarded for adultery. You get rewarded for all this shit.
The sodomites get the jobs.
Yes.
They get the high paying jobs and good positions. And they won't, and you know, well they'll, you know, you too masculine. You know, your voice is too heavy, you gotta shave that beard. You know, but you can come in, but you can't wear your braids, but you have them nasty, ugly ass locks though. Right? They'll hire you with them nasty ass unlawful dreads. They'll hire you then, right? Or if you all effeminate and shit, they'll hire you. But if you too manly, man, in most positions, then they don't want you. Well, you know, you're not quite what we're looking for.
Right.
You know, it's not you. It is you.
They say we're looking at other occupants.
Right. They're not quite
other candidates.
Exactly, man.
This is Psalms 12 and 8. It said, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And that's exactly what this place is an example of. Every wicked motherfucker, they get their turn here. Everybody who was ever a piece of shit, a low life, all the Caesars, all of the people coming back, they finally get their little moment. All right, whoever Obama was, you know, whoever the fuck.
Him and Michael.
Yeah.
Mom and Michael.
Yeah. Right. Everybody gets their little moment to shine, their little season, like it said, something rule for a little season. All right, the hypocrite, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right, but this place is gonna be the ultimate example of what happens, because you can get rich being wicked. Like a lot of people don't understand that. They think they got money. You can get the scriptures say the Lord reigneth upon the just and the unjust. Right? And this is an example of that. How to do shit and how not to do shit. Everything that you're not supposed to do has been done to the fullest.
And still do.
And still.
Bring it out, brother.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 2. It says, thus saith Yahweh Shai of hosts. Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh Shai of hosts, the power of Israel. Ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem and upon all the cities of Judah. And behold, this day they are a desolation, and no man dwelleth therein.
How is that fitting the JOOs? How? They don't fit that prophecy, man. Okay? They do fit the prophecy of Ezekiel 36, though. They fit that to the T. But, you know, Dr. Brown, Vocab, and Dr. James White, the Edomite, they don't want to talk about that. All right?
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 3, because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me to anger, and that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods, whom they knew not, neither they, ye, nor your fathers, right? And what come with serving these other gods? Like other ways, other actions,
other spirits.
Other spirits.
You get a whole different vibration of it.
All right, you talking about JC?
Because we weren't talking about JC. We weren't cooking on chitlins and ball balls and shit like that. Right?
That's what JC. Hey, the followers of JC do that shit. The followers of Yahweh Shai of the Holy Bible, they don't do that, man. You know? Verse 4 it says, Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 4, howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. Right? What's the thing that Yahweh shall hate? It's contained within the scriptures. You know, like the commandments, all right, the Torah. You know what they call the Torah, man, the first 5 books of Moses. You know, all those things is heavily pushed in this place, man. You know, hey, Christmas.
They pushed against it. I'm saying that isn't. Torah really isn't pushing. They pushing their own shit. I know what you were trying to say. Right, they pushing their own. They don't follow that. They're not following the commandments, man. They following after their own. I know what you meant.
Jeremiah chapter 44 verse 5, but they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. Wherefore my fury and mine anger was poured forth and was kindled in the cities of Judah.
Right, because they're following what? They following J wickedness, you know, the J wickedness. They go knocking on doors and shit. And they just stand on corners. Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, Christianism. All these things that really don't have anything to do with the scriptures. Right? They following all these of Islam, all these other Moorish science, Buddhism.
Right, Moorish.
All right? They following all these things that are not scripture. Right?
And it say because that the people of Israel don't listen to the prophets, man. You're not listening to the words of Yahweh Shai.
It's okay. Soon they're gonna be looking for this. Soon they're gonna be looking for it. We get ready to wrap it up. Last scriptures, brother.
I got one right quick.
You got one?
This is Nahum 3. I got 2 actually. This is Nahum 3 and 4. Talking about Esau, but I'm gonna just end it this one. It says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
That's a good one to end with.
You know, we just talking about Esau, Edom, the Amalekites running this place. This is why this place is going to be destroyed. You cannot be the people of the Lord. The Lord says he's going to defend his people. He's going to cast them out. How can you be the people and you need help from Esau? And you know what I mean? From America. You're not the people of the Lord. You need help. The Lord says he's going to defend Jerusalem and Judah and Israel. So you people are far from the people of the Lord. It says, behold, I'm against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And it starts right here with this truth. We showing you your shame. Y'all found out to be the liars. Y'all stole the land with the Balfour Declaration, and y'all time is up, and we declared it boldly before the world. Everybody knows who you are now. The liars, the thieves, the murderers, the robbers, and y'all time is up. The Lord is showing you your shame through the prophets on the corners.
That's right. There it is. You got one more?
One more, Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall.
That's right. So there it is, man. People are mourning because the wicked is in rulership. And so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Abad Babal.
Abad Babal.